Hi guys, so welcome to another vlog ko. So if you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and then hit the bell button so you get notified every time I release a new video. Guys, I know this is one of your mostly requested videos or vlog ko na parang it's all about the basics of credit card. It's like your credit card 101. I never did this. It was because actually, parang naipag-isipan ko lang siya na parang baka hindi naman niya kailangan o hindi kailangan. But a lot of you who watch it, who enjoyed my vlogs, really serves as my inspiration just to continue creating contents. And talagang maraming salamat sa inyo guys. And a lot of you are saying na, oh, dapat meron ako ganito kind of vlog. Which, come to think of it, oh nga, no, bakit ko ba siya hindi ginawa nung umpisa? To answer that is, parang I always felt na I'm not really a professional when it comes to, let's say, personal finance or blah blah blah. Which, baka naman true, baka nga I'm not the pinakamagaling when it comes to personal finance or whatever it is. But I think whatever I experience, whatever tips I'm sharing with you guys, natutuwa kayo. And maybe those are the things that you enjoy. Kasi it's really like life tips na madali. And let me know if totoo bang napapadali ko yung mga buhay nyo with these kind of tips. Okay, so let's start the vlog off. First is let's talk about credit cards 101. So a lot of you are asking, number one, paano ba mag-apply ng credit card? And I think whenever I do my vlogs, diba, I always tell you guys na when I share about a thing and experience, ang gusto ko story format. So, a little background of everything. When did I get my first credit card? I was actually in high school. So high school pa lang, I was already using credit cards. And I've already learned how to manage money when in high school, basically, because I was using a credit card already. I do have your ATM pa rin, that's where I use cash. Pero I think that started the whole thing or revolution in me na parang ayoko ng cash. I'm a very cashless person. So I always have just straight credit cards lang. I have bank accounts, online banking, yun yung mas prefer ko. So parang rarely do I have cash in my wallet. So parang naging perfect siya during this pandemic, di ba? Parang lahat naging cashless siya. So parang ang dali ko nag-shift kaagad na parang, sobrang dali. Kasi lagi na akong cashless. So that was the first time I've used credit cards. I was in high school back then. And to be honest with you, kasi nga diba sabi ko, ang vlogs ko, walang halong etchos, it's all very truthful. Talagang I share to you guys, my life is an open book. I share to you ano ba talaga yung experience, kung anong okay, kung anong hindi maganda. If hindi maganda, sasabihin ko sa inyo. Back then, it was an extension sa father's account ko, or credit card niya. So it's not under my name. The card is under my name, pero if you're going to look at the main account, it's nakalink doon sa isang main credit card. So basically, I'm a supplementary lang. So we share the credit limit. When I really started my own credit card, I think I was pushing near towards graduating from high school. That's where I got my own credit card. Okay, so at least, yun na yun. That's how I started going into credit cards. Now, the first question is, how do you apply for a credit card ba? Okay, some of the tips here, ang pinaka-importante guys, I do believe na everybody should have your own financial instrument. A financial instrument might be a bank account, a savings account, or whatever kind of account. Basta it's something that where, you know, you have money in it. And ang dali naman ngayon mag-open ng sarili mong bank account. I personally believe here in the Philippines, the top two banks that dapat meron kang account should be BPI and it's BDO. Why? It's the two biggest banks for me. Personally, it might not be statistically, it might not be on the ranking of, you know, Wikipedia or whatever it is. Pero a lot of people that you may know, the circles that you may have, they will have BDO, they will have BPI. So, especially now, di ba, during the pandemic, ang daming online payments na. And, kung tutuusin mo, titingnan mo, a lot of yung mga personal accounts sa mga tao will be BPI, will be BDO. So, that's why, feeling ko, yun yung importante that you have. First, open your BPI or BDO account. When I started young, I had a BDO account. That's where I had parang kasi bangko yun ng family eh. My dad had it, my mom had it. So parang BDO talaga yon. So I grew up, you know, and very Chinese. So, alam mo, di ba, gusto nilang bangko BDO. So, nung bata ako, yun talaga yung bank account ko. All of my savings, yung mga ampaw na nakuha ko, pinapasok ko siya doon sa bank account na yun. So that's one thing, you always have to have a bank account. That's, that's your first step. When I went to college, then I opened a BPI account. It was because, sa totoo lang, feeling ko, nainggit lang ako sa ibang tao. Kasi parang sabi nila, ano bangko mo? Parang may best friend naman, BPI ako. Sabi ko, ay, parang ganda ng BPI, no? Napaka, Bank of the Philippine Island, ganon. So that's why I always strived hard na parang I really want a BPI. Ay, parang maganda tong bangko. So that's why I personally went to the bank, I opened that account, I had my IDs, and wala, you just do all the process that it needs. So, a false thing na parang notion here is mahirap magbukas ng account. Actually, it's not. It's very easy. If you have the minimum amount, which is like how much na lang ngayon? 5,000. I think you can already get a passbook and you can already get an ATM card account. And it already has the online app access for BPI or BDO. So guys, hindi reason for you to say na hindi ka maka-open ng account kasi mahirap, wala kang time. Girl, guy, ang bilis lang, ang dali-dali lang. So you have to have that. First step, you always have to have your BPI or BDO account. So you have to have an account doon sa bangko. Whatever it is, you have to have. Again, first. Second step, ang gagawin mo naman, syempre, if you have bank account, constantly remind yourself to deposit money inside. It's already a form of savings. I wasn't earning my money back then, syempre when I was in college and high school. But, di ba, you had your allowance, cut around corners there. Baka sometimes kung gusto mo magtipid ng pera, wag ka kumain. Kaya naalala ko, when I was in college, I was just drinking Coke. Kasi I only needed a Coke, tapos sa bahay ako kakain kasi libre ang pagkain. Pero di ba, if you really want to save money, you want your bank account to rise, yun yung gagawin mo, di ba? You find ways. Or you get a part-time job. Now, it's so easy for you to do, find part-time jobs. So, having a bank account, that's number one. Second is, kailangan may movement yun sa account. Hindi pwede yung parang, you have a bank account, yun na yun. Tapos 5,000 pesos, let's say, yun na yun. No, you have to make sure na nag-i-increase siya, gumagalaw siya. Siyempre guys, wag naman pabawas ng pabawas, di ba? Dapat naman dumadagdag siya para masaya ka rin. Di ba? So, that's the second thing that's the second step actually that you have to make sure that you have to constantly keep yourself. Kasi I think that's what's important. Start young kasi you need to build your credit. And banks will really look into that. Diba? When you're applying for a credit card, yun yung first step eh. Meron ba tong bank account? Meron ba tong pera pumapasok? Okay? So, for those in high school, college who's watching this vlog, if you want your own credit card, I think those are the first thing. First step is get your bank account. Second step, make sure that syempre there's movement and syempre lakihan nyo naman. Try to achieve an amount. That's how it's easier for you to apply for a credit card. What happens next? Sa mga ibang bangko, maybe a BPI or a BDO, if they see na, ay, may mga pera to, kaya mo magbayad. Sometimes they will offer you a credit card automatically. Sometimes papadalhan ka na lang sa bahay. If I'm not mistaken, BDO kasi ako back then, di ba? May BDO credit card. That's why ang tagal ko na sa kanila. That was just brought to my house. They mailed it to my house. I did not ask for it. But they mailed it to my house under my name. Separate na siya sa parents ko. It's just my own credit card. Kasi meron nga akong bank account sa kanila. I didn't know that I was already building my credit. And then they just gave me the credit card. It's that simple. Pero, now, let's move on. What if nandito ka na sa age mo? You're already working, you're a young professional, you're a yuppie. How do you do it? First, I also think na, guys, I don't believe na it's always too late. I don't believe na too late na in life. It's never too late. If you start today, then you start today. Diba? I also believe kasi whenever you want to do something, you just have to just go for it, do it. Wag mong takutin or wag mong takutin sarili mo or wag mong pangunahan sarili mo ng kaba. A good friend of mine really told me that, when you do something, wala pa yung bagay na yun eh. It's not yet there. Bakit ka natatakot? And I think that's something that I live by right now. Kasi kung gusto mo siyang gawin, huwag mo pangunahan ng kaba. Just do it. Okay, so if you have those worries na, oh my God, ang tanda ko na, I'm aging already, wala pa ako credit card, paano ba? And wala ka pang bank account, girl, guy, umpisahan mo na, di ba? Magbukas ka na ng bank account, di ba? I don't believe really in having money always lying around your cabinet, nandiyan sa ilalim ng kama mo, nandiyan sa safety deposit mo, nasa loob ng bag mo, parang, I don't believe in that. I believe na talagang put it in a bank. That's how you save money. If you don't see it, hindi mo siya nakikita, nakakalimutan mo may pera ka, tapos masyashock ka lang, oh my God, may pera pa pala ako, ganyan. So start with your bank account first. Number 2, make sure that you also have that bank account increasing. It has to have movements. Okay guys, so quickly recap. I think this one is based on my personal experience when I'm applying for a credit card. And ito is basically what just to summarize everything that I was saying earlier, ito yung dapat nyo ring pag-isipan or take in consideration when you're applying for a credit card. Number 1, you have to have a bank account doon sa banko where you want to apply. That's how it will be, that's how it will be easier for you to apply. So for me back then, it was BPI and BDO. I had bank accounts there. And then, it made it really easy. BDO easier than BPI. Sa BPI, alam niyo naman sa ibang vlogs ko, let's admit it, talagang pahirap talaga sila sa buhay. But, it's worth it. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 naman is, when you have your bank account, you have to have movement there. The movement when I'm saying is hindi siya pabawas ng pabawas. That's not the use of a bank account. Kung pabawas siya ng pabawas, dapat nag-i-increase siya. Yun talaga yung goal mo, di ba? Tumaas at tumaas ng value yung laman ng bank account mo. Yun talaga yun. That's number 2. Number 3, okay, when you're applying for a credit card also, you have to make sure na dapat you have a stable job or income din. Kasi, that's how they're gonna see it the income that goes into that bank account that you have, that also signifies, magkano ba tong magkano yung value nitong tao na to sa banko. Let's admit it, banks will always see you as a peso value. They don't really see you as a person. Well, you have a name, fine. Pero di ba, let's admit it, business rin naman ng mga banko eh. So syempre, the more money you have in that bank, the more they want you to spend sa pagdating ng binigyan ka ng isang credit card. So they want malaki yung value mo. Kasi it's also your capacity to pay. Capacity to pay means kung kaya mo bang bayaran yung credit na isa-spend mo. Diba? If, syempre, 1,000 pesos na naman ang bank account mo, pag-isipan talaga ng banko na, bibigyan ko pa talaga to ng credit card na worth 10,000 yung credit limit. Baka naman hindi pa kaya bayaran yung bank account niya yung isa-spend niya. Diba? So, make sure you build your credit. Make sure na dapat nag-i-increase pa rin yung laman ng bank account mo. Okay. So, number 4, whenever you apply, make sure that all of your documents are ready. The most important thing na lagi nilang tinitingnan dyan, you have to have your government-issued ID. Driver license, you have your passport, voter's ID, your SSS, if you're a PRC license, whatever, then maybe that ID can be. So basta you always have to have your ID. Number 2, proof of billing. You have to have a proof na ano bang mga billings na meron ka. Meralco ba yan? Telecom bills ba yan? It has to show where your address is. Kasi syempre, alam nga naman, anong papakita mong address? Anong paniniwalaan nila if talaga nakatira ka doon, di ba? So you need to show a bill that you paid for. It's better if it's under your name. Okay. And then, last but not the least, whatever supporting documents that they need whenever you're applying, girls, guys, submit that. Doon talaga tayo nadadali pa minsan yung tamad ka kasi mag-submit at mag-scan sa email, 'di ba? Pipicturean mo na lang, ang dali-dali ngayon nga camera phone lang, pack picture, send, o 'di ba? It's so easy. So you have to really send those kasi if kulang-kulang yung mga applications mo, usually doon kayo nadadali eh. Hindi alam ng maraming tao yan, but doon kayo nadadali, 'di ba? So that's how you apply. Those are the tips based on my experience. Make sure you just follow that. Yun talaga yun. Okay. Next. Ito naman, it's another fun part. This part naman is really more of, I asked my friends sa mga bankers. Kasi syempre naman, mas alam nila yan. Ako naman is nagfi-feeling banker lang. Charing. Pero, I just asked them kung ano ba yung usual na mga tips that they can give and usual mga challenges kaya baka nade-deny ang mga tao. First is, guys, number 1, apparently, lahat pala ng mga bangko, they have access to your credit history. Credit history meaning, number 1, meron ka bang credit card dati na hindi mo binayaran? Meron ka bang credit card na bill, lagi kang late magbayad? Number 3, meron ka bang outstanding balance sa credit card na hindi mo binayaran tapos pinakat mo? Guys, I'm sure may iba tao dyan guilty ka. If guilty ka, comment down below. Char. Hindi. Baka naman malaman na ng mga tao, di ba? But, pag guilty ka, di ba? I believe in, if you spend, you bought it, you pay for it. But, if you pay for annual fee, panoorin mo yung vlog ko about annual fee. Tayo, huwag ka magbayad ng annual fee. Okay. So, another thing that the banks always look at is also if you religiously pay for your credit card statements or your bills mo, and if you have a stable income. So talagang very important rin sa banko, syempre, stable income, di ba? So that's why a lot of them are saying na baka if nakita ng banko na parang ay wala tong stable income, mahirapan ka talaga to get your credit card. So you always have to make sure na when you have your stable income, yun naman makikita nila usually if pumapasok yun sa bank account mo, di ba? Kada 15 ba yan o kada 30? Those are, some of the tips there. Okay. And by the way, ang sabi pala nito, itong cheat sheet, meron rin pala silang what they call a quote-unquote negative data bank. So, a negative data bank daw sa mga bangko is basically mga court cases daw. So, whenever they're evaluating you as a person, if you're gonna give you a credit card, meron din pala sila what they call that negative data bank. So, if meron ka mga kaso dito sa mga court, mga yan, kaya kayo hindi nakakuha ng NBI clearance din, kasi syempre the bank doesn't really ask for NBI clearance, but they have a way of checking for it. So, yun pala yun. So, apparently, guys, in short, from this very short conversation I had with my friend, the bank knows a lot of things. Definitely. Parang, I'm not shocked knowing this information. But apparently, this just proves na parang, uy, totoo nga pala, the bank knows a lot about you. So, with that, guys, syempre, ingat-ingat lang naman tayo. It's not hard to really apply for a credit card. I think a lot of these information that I was throwing to you guys might be too daunting at first to see or to hear na parang, oh my God, ang dami. But, it's not hard. I think yun talaga yun eh. Paminsan kasi, pinapangunahan rin tayo ng kaba. Pinapangunahan tayo ng katamaran. Kaya ayaw na natin. Parang, ay sige, huwag na tayo magkaroon ng credit card. Pero, sometimes you really have to work hard for it also. Here, I'm going to tell you about the stories on how I applied for the credit card. Iisa-isain ko yung mga brands para at least mas masaya siya, di ba? Kasi parang, whenever I see the credit card, I would know kung paano ko siya nakuha. Okay, I think my first credit card here that I see is basically my BDO credit card. So, my BDO credit card, eto yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, guys. Binigay ito ng bangko. So, diretso lang siya. Because I had a BDO account, I never asked, I never applied. There was not a time in any forms I applied for a BDO credit card. Pinadala na lang nila yan sa bahay ko. And I actually have two. Up until now, I'm still using it. I still have it. Those are the BDO. Ang nauna dyan, if I'm not mistaken, was the MasterCard BDO ko. And after a year or two, they gave another one na Visa. So that's my BPI, parang BDO credit card. Okay, ang next ko naman will be my BPI. So si BPI, ito talaga guys, to be honest, BPI I applied. Ito yung talagang sinabi ko, kaya ba't talagang parang butas ng karayo yung pinasukan ko dito? I applied. When I started working, our bank account for payroll was BPI. And with that, mas constant na nakikita ng banko that my payroll goes into that BPI account. So I applied for a BPI credit card. I went to the bank branch of that account that I had, and they applied. Since talagang I signed all of the forms, pinakita ko rin sa kanila lahat ng mga kailangan nilang forms, and it took me around 2 to 3 months just to get that BPI credit card. Guys, mahirap talaga, to be honest. But I don't regret BPI. I know it's hard. I know there might be a pain in the ass. But super worth it for me ang BPI credit card. I'm very happy with them. Okay? And then after that, guys, sorry naman itong mga wallet ko. Ba't ganito yung tsura niya? Okay, so after the BPI credit card, I actually now applied for HSBC. So HSBC, I applied for this one. I applied for the HSBC card when I was already working. And itong funny story here, I applied this, sobrang bilis lang nito. Dahil nga meron na akong BPI, meron na rin akong BDO nung time na yon. It was so easy for me to get this. I got this on, let's say, parang booth siya sa baba ng office namin. Nagkaroon ng HSBC booth. And then here, the promo was free flight, basta mag-apply ka lang dito. And syempre ako, ambisyosa ang lola mo. I said, okay, gusto ko tong platinum kasi ito yung may free flight. So I applied for that platinum. And I showed them a credit card. I gave them all the requirements. Sabi ko, okay, na-email it to you na lang. Sobrang bilis. Like in a week or two, I already got that credit card. Ganun siya kabilis and I got that free flight. And then next after that will be, I just don't have it here actually. Nasa sister ko ata yung mga BPI credit cards ko. Sorry, the Citibank credit card. Citibank, I actually applied that twice. The first credit card of Citibank that I had, I started that when I was in college. Pa, diba? Yung sabi ko sa inyo, it was a supplement of my father's account. And it started there, na talagang Citibank ako all the way. That was the first credit card that I had. So technically, I had that affinity with Citibank. But syempre, when I grew up, pinaputol ko na yon, and then I got my own Citibank credit card. Citibank, I applied online. Relatively very easy as well. It was just online. I went into the Citibank website. I applied. I put in all of the details. That was also quick. 1 to 2 weeks, I had it. Kasi nga guys, I had the BPI and the BDO credit cards already. Actually, feeling ko, if you have a BPI credit card, it says a lot about you as a person, about your credit standing. So, guys, I think, achievin nyo talaga yung BPI credit card. Okay. Last but not the least, I think the most recent na I've applied for will be the Rcbc card ko. So, sa Rcbc naman na credit card, this one was, nakakatawa tong story. In SM. I was in SM. It was, I think, around Christmas time. Christmas time na ata to. I was with my friend na siya yung talagang who introduced me to the world of Rcbc kasi he was already using an Rcbc credit card. So, sakto to. I was in SM na grocery and then they had the, you know, that booth again. Kaya na natatawa ako eh. Huwag ka matakot dun sa mga booth na yan, guys. Again, if sobrang helpful ng person na yan nandoon, they earn commissions when they get a successful credit card registration, go for it. Ibigay mo sa person that is kind to you, that was really helpful to you when you're applying for that credit card. Siya talaga yan nakapagbigay sa akin ng RCBC. I went there, I saw na, oh, may RCBC, can I apply with you? I filled out the forms and sinabi ko lang sa kanya, oh, i-Viber ko lang sa yung mga ID ko i-Viber ko na lang. Okay, fine. Come to think of it, parang now I'm sharing to you, parang hindi pala sobrang secure to. Pero anyway, I just shared the ID. Yun lang naman yung mga shinare ko. The others, pinang-email ko siya directly. So, I shared the Viber, my ID doon sa person, doon sa parang booth na yon. And it was very fast rin. As in, 1 to 2 weeks nandyan na rin. And then RCBC just recently gave me another credit card naman. Basta may tumatawag sa kanila if they're inviting you to, gusto mo po ba ng bagong credit card, blah, blah, blah. Tapos doon mo na siya ina-apply. Yun lang siya, very easy. I think my final tips here was how did I make it, or paano ba naging madali yung sa akin in my journey for the credit cards. I think it was really because of yung ginawa ko nga when I was still young. But don't worry, you can still do it. And then, BPI, I believe that BPI, and when I'm asking a lot of people, and it's true, kasi syempre I also have some friends na maging BPI, I ask them, talagang parang stricta kayo? And sometimes they just laugh at you, and you know na parang, that's true. Alam mo na talagang stricta talaga pala ang BPI. So it might be the reason why I got so much of these credit cards. Parang parang nag-apply ko siya, nakuha ko siya. It was because of that. It was because of that BPI credit card na. Mahirap siyang i-apply at start. They will really look into all of your details about all of your bank accounts, lahat ng mga laman mo. But it was worth it. So, I think that's the basics 101 of credit card. That's how you have to apply. Yun yung uunahin nyo. Guys, let me know. I really like to hear your stories. Kung talagang, let's say, naging successful kayo when you're applying for these credit cards. And then do let me know. Also, comment down below if talagang nag-apply na kayo, saan kayo nag-apply and paano nyo in-apply and kung talagang my tips help. Diba? Those are something that you can do. Okay, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm always excited to hear, whatever you guys can share. Nakakatuwa siya sa akin. And of course, guys, share these vlogs. I really want this to help a lot of the people. A lot of the people talaga. I really want this to help people. I believe that, one of my personal advocacy might be creating this vlog was really looking into financial literacy for everyone. I think it's always achievable for, every Filipino. We can do it. We can have it. And of course, these are the tips that, it's not that scary. Hindi nakakatakot eh. Madali lang siya. It might be hard at the start, pero pag meron ka na, matutuwa naman kayo. And keep watching my vlogs kasi I would really post a lot of these kind of tips, tricks, just to help you guys. So, that's all about the credit card vlogs that we have.